driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Watson off play action. This is the tight end fan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Bass, and he stopped immediately there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
49, guys. Mike. I can't believe they let you play.
On 1st down, it's Bass. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Mike's 47.
From the 50, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Check.
Now Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Scrimmage back at the 6.
And they sent that play backwards.
Here's Watson. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook it. Back to throw. Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something to stop this swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And they'll get 8 out of this.
Coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win.
Before he's out of bounds.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Throwing now is Allen. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bass. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, it's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gregory Rousseau. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Back to throw. Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Gregory Rousseau able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Going deep for Diggs. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there for Denver.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
They'll run on first down. Bass. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. second down and 4.
Check, Mike 42. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, Mike's 42, Mike's 42.
Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go, defense. Who we got? 49 to Mike, Mike 49.
Watson now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Allen. Here's Johnson with a reception. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Watch the pass.
Watson on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
47. Check, 47. Tackles.
On first down, it's Bass. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
49 to Mike. Mike 49.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This will be caught. Jeudy. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to 4. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Allen. And this one caught by Max Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Allen off the play fake. Dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
He's not going to get me. Mike 56, Mike 56. Go, go, go.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Bass. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, check Mike 47. Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day.
Hands it off out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Both sevens to Mike. Both sevens to Mike. Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball.
Looking to throw. Watson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Gregory Rousseau getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his tight end Fant, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Check pass. Check pass.
A handoff to Penny. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Watson off play action. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Allen.
In this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Allen now looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense to the air. Allen being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Draymond Jones able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike.
On 1st down, it's Bass. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 8.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. 40.
From the 50, it's Watson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
47, check line 47. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, pick it up. 47 to Mike, boy. 47.
They'll run on 1st down. Bass. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check 54.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bass, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Watch the run, watch the run.
Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. I got you, punk.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Allen will try again on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Denver. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. You got nothing.
Now Watson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
47. Mike 47. Let's go. 47 is the mic. I'm coming for you.
Now it's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Bass. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
On second down now, it's Bass, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw in here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Richard. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On play action, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
After the interception, here's Watson. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They'll run on first down. Bass. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 47 the mark, boy. 47.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. A.J. Epinesa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A big play here for Buffalo.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They run once more with Dillon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10 on 1st down. It's Bass. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 67 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go. 47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Hey,
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go again. Here we go again. 49.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Richard. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he'll go down at the 28.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on first down. Richard.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Allen.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
They'll run here with Dillon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Allen. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And they will take a knee here as time will likely run out on regulation, and we'll go to overtime.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. First throw of overtime for Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Allen going to throw. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man, complete. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Buffalo, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Denver, they will fall to 1-1, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.